Hello YouTube and welcome to my channel. It's Nardi in Japan. Long time no see. So today we are going to talk about 10 things that you should know before you move to Japan. The first thing should be obvious, but I'm going to say it anyway. Number one, everyone does not speak English. I get so irritated when I see people come here and complain about, oh my gosh, no one speaks English. Well, babe, this is not an English-speaking country. This is Japan. The language is Japanese, okay? Nihongo. If you don't speak Japanese, that's okay. You can learn. But don't come here with the expectation that everyone's supposed to just speak English for you. You're not that special, okay? That's number one. Number two, Japan is a cash-based society. What that means is you need to always have cash on you. Now, to be honest, if you live in Tokyo or Osaka or Kyoto or somewhere like that, maybe you can get around without carrying much cash. When I first moved to Japan in 2018, you couldn't even use a debit card in the ATM or the convenience store. But the Olympics happened, or was supposed to happen, in 2020, and so they kind of modernized Japan just for that. So lucky you if you move here now. It is a lot easier, thanks to the Olympics and coronavirus, to survive without cash. But it's still a cash-based society, so that means that all those delicious mom and pop shops that have the great food that you can't get from a chain restaurant, they're probably not going to take debit card or Apple Pay or anything like that. So you need to have cash. If you go to the countryside, 9 times out of 10, they're going to need you to have cash. So please move here with a lot of cash on you, okay? Number 3. Here is something that I need you all to hear loud and clear. You are a visitor in Japan. Even if you live here for the rest of your life, you're not Japanese. You are from another country, and what you do impacts all of us. That means you should not be running around and doing horrible things that goes against Japanese culture. Nobody's perfect. If you walk down the street eating a bag of chips, okay, I get it. But if you walk into a convenience store and you curse out the clerk because you don't have cash, and they only take cash at that specific place, at that specific convenience store in the middle of a park, for example, then, you know, you're the jerk. Simple as that. You guys, don't come here with that privilege. Don't come here thinking that, you know, you can just do whatever you want because it's not your country. You should do even better because it's not your country. You should treat Japan even better. Foreigners are coming here and ruining it for all of us. And now, when I say all of us, I mean Japanese people too. They're ruining it for all of us. So please come here and be respectful to the culture and act your best, okay? Thank you. Following my third point, my fourth point is you need to always carry your residence card. When you come to Japan, they will give you a residence card. Even if you're just a visitor, I believe you get a residence card. You always keep your residence card on you. If you get stopped by the police and you don't have your residence card, you're in big trouble. And it's happened. I know people it's happened to. Carry your residence card on you. I even carry my residence card if I'm just walking down the street to the convenience store because you never know. And the last thing you want to do is get detained in a foreign country just because you don't have your information on you. Okay? It'd be a lot easier if you just have your residence card. Now, police, in my experience, usually I've never been bothered by the police. But it all depends on that police officer and what they think you may or may not be doing. So stay on top of it, okay? Keep your residence card on you. The fifth point is that apartments are hard to get and you will need help, okay? When I say help, you will need Japanese help or a company's help. And discrimination is legal here. I have, in my own experience, because I've moved in Japan multiple times, in my own experience, I've heard them say in Japanese, like, oh, that guy, the guy who's looking at this apartment, he's a foreigner, but he lived in Japan this many years and he's respectful and da da da. And they're like, okay, we'll give him a chance. I've also had friends who just got flat out told, no foreigners, we don't do that here. So my point is, You can try your best. Sometimes you'll get lucky, and I think it might be getting better, but don't ever just expect them to say yes to you for an apartment. And that brings me to my next point about apartments. It is expensive to move in. I'm talking like, I think for me to move into this apartment, which is obviously a beautiful apartment, it costs like $5,000 USD. Luckily, my company paid for it and I didn't have to. But most of the time, companies do not pay for you to move unless you're moving into management or something. And they are not very helpful with that. So the most they'll do is negotiate it for you. So you're going to have that money on hand. And your first time moving to Japan, unless you're like a jet, I think jets, they don't have that problem because they get apartments. But if you're coming with Interact or with another ALT company like Interact, you're going to need to have your money stacked up because that startup cost is crazy. Okay? Crazy. Just wanted to let you guys know. The next point is number 7, and that is that Japan is a bureaucratic country. Everything is paperwork. Paperwork, 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 paperwork. And I hate to tell you, but you're going to spend hours in the town ward every time you have to do something. I've moved in Japan, let me think, Okayama to Yokohama 1 time, Yokohama to Ishinomaki 2 times, Ishinomaki to Sendai 3 times, Sendai to Tokyo 4 times. So I've moved 4 times to Japan, and it has never been easy. It's always a process. Like you always, I do mean always, have to spend hours in doing paperwork. The easiest one was in Sendai. I was able to get in there like within the hour. I was in and out, and then I just turned in my paper in Tokyo. And so if you guys want a video on moving within Japan, I can do a whole series about that. Literally a whole video, like maybe 2. It is not easy. It is quite the challenge, but it's worth it. Point number 8 is actually a good point. It's a good thing. You don't need to spend a lot of money on household goods, okay? When I mean household goods, I mean like plates, spoons, forks, all of that good stuff. Go to Daiso or go to another yen shop, 100 yen shop. A 100 yen shop is basically a dollar store. And I'm speaking to Americans here because I don't really know about other countries. In America, our dollar stores suck. Everything is like old and cheap and raggedy. In Japan, the dollar store, the quality is like going to Target. Okay, the stuff is nice. They have nice things. I'm trying to look around on my calendar to see if I have anything from the dollar store. I do. Wait, look at this. This is a real glass cup that me and my friends drink out of regularly, and this costs $1, less than $1 USD. This costs 100 yen. That's like 89 cents, maybe not even that. So cheap. A lot of my first plates and things came from Daiso. You don't need to come here and spend an exorbitant amount of money on household goods. You can get really nice things for really, really cheap. I think you can spend like maybe $50 at the most and get everything you need for your first kitchen in Japan. So keep that in mind when you come here. Don't stress yourself out trying to order all this stuff. Also, another pro tip about that is Amazon has great deals. Amazon Japan has great deals.
From thesaurus.net. When we talk about great deals, we usually refer to incredible bargains or significant discounts.
And that is my Alexa talking, even though I wasn't talking to it. Anyway, that thing over there, that website that I just said, it has great deals, okay? They have deals like, you can get like a refrigerator, a microwave, and a washing machine all together for under $400 USD. Brand new. You get it used, which in Japan, used is almost brand new. It's even cheaper. So when you move here, do yourself a favor and look for deals. If you can't find deals, hit me up in the comments. I'll help you find deals because I am a shopaholic and I know what I'm doing. All right? Here's a funny one that upsets me a lot, but it's the truth. There is no trash cans outside. No trash cans. What do you mean no trash cans? I mean, Japan when you're walking around outside and you eat a snack or something, throw it away at the convenience store. Don't even take it with you because you are not going to find a trash can. If you do, you're one of the lucky few who found a magical rainbow trash can that appeared out of nowhere like a pot of gold. Because I don't know why, I do know why, but it's a long story. But like, the war is over, right? No one's putting bums in trash cans anymore. But they never brought the trash cans back. So in Japan, no trash cans. That's the point. And you need to know that. I know it sounds stupid to say it, but you need to know that before you move here. That is something you need to get used to, something you need to be prepared for, something. I keep a book bag on me, and I have a little bag in my book bag that is a trash bag. So if I have something that I need to throw away and I don't want to carry in my hand for hours while I'm walking around Tokyo with my friends, just throw it in the book bag in the trash bag. And we all do that. Just pro tip for you. Okay? Speaking of trash cans, another thing you need to understand in Japan is that they take sorting trash very seriously. And no matter where you go, it's going to be different in Japan. Some places you can put plastic wrappers and burnable trash in the same thing. Some places you have to separate milk cartons and wash them. Like, there are some crazy rules if you're coming from a country like mine where everyone throws everything together. So just be prepared for that. If you don't do it right, your neighbors will get you. Trust me. I have seen it. I have seen an old lady go dump trash on a foreigner's door because he didn't do it right. And I'm not talking about me. Honestly, it wasn't me. I just saw it and I laughed. But also, I've got notes on my trash bag in the actual dumpster, like, you did this wrong, please fix it. So yeah, just understand that they take sorting trash very seriously here, and a lot of people act like it's their job in life to make sure it's done right. So be prepared for that, okay? Don't come here expecting to just get away with it. You will not get away with it, okay? All right? Oh yeah, about the expensive apartment costs, I forgot to mention, there's also this apartment company called Leo Palace, and they have cheaper startup costs, almost like 90% cheaper, I would say. A lot cheaper. Their rent is a little bit higher, but their apartment usually it includes, depending on which location, it includes like utilities of some sort, always has internet, and if you choose the furnished one, which most people do, it already has a bed and stuff. So I think if you don't mind a small space, that's a great startup apartment to get your feet running. Also, there's other apartments like Leo Palace that you might consider to be better or worse. So do your research before you just accept any apartment. Pro tip about apartments too that I tell people all the time, because they make this mistake. If you're coming here with an AOT company, don't let them force you into an apartment. You have every right to say, I'm paying for it. I want to look at apartments and I want you to let me choose an apartment. Show me different options. Like, make sure you speak up for yourself. They're desperate for teachers. They're not going to fire you before you get here just because you want to look at your apartment. Don't let them force you. When I first came here, I did not take a Leo Palace. I said, I don't want that. Nope. I want a big apartment. I want space. I was like, I'm paying for it. I'm putting the money down. It's my first apartment, which it was at the time. It was my first ever apartment outside of college. I was like, I want it to be what I want. So make sure you advocate for yourself, okay? That's a pro tip before moving here. And honestly, I don't know about other companies. I'm speaking about AOTs really, but I think most companies are the same. Like, they're gonna show you what they think is best. It's your job to say, okay, that's great, but what else can are there other options? Okay? So speak up for yourself. Advocate. And the last thing you should know, kind of like a bonus, is the yen is currently, as of today, May 10th, 2024, the yen is very weak, especially to the US dollar, which is a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing when you're moving here because you can make so much extra yen when you transfer money. But it's a bad thing once you start working here, because sending money back home to pay for anything is going to kill you. It's so expensive. Let's just put this in simple terms. If you send $100 USD, you're sending about $200 Japanese money. if not more. So you're doubling what you're sending, and it really hurts. So just be prepared for that. Be aware of that. And if you don't have to send money home, then you're gravy. You don't have to worry about it. But if you have to pay student loans, pay for storage, pay rent, pay your wife divorce money, anything like that, you're in trouble. So just be aware of that. I don't know when that's going to get better. In Japan, it's fine, right? The yen is the yen, so it doesn't matter. The inflation is not killing us in Japan. But outside of Japan, you're screwed. So just be aware of that, okay? I hope you enjoyed my video today. Thank you so much for watching. And if you found it helpful, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you need some advice for moving to Japan, hit me up in the comments, or you can feel free to message me on Instagram at NardyInJapan. I love helping people. I love meeting new friends. So feel free. Let's do it. I'll help you out. Okay? Thank you so much and have an awesome day. Bye-bye.